music, y'all. Once I got it working, come on, y'all can't stop me. I will start. Welcome. I got a special guest today. Guess what, y'all? She stayed up. Okay, because right now her time is after 7, and for us, it's still our work day, right? It's still our work day. It is what it is. But no, but seriously, I got Celeste. She got some great information for us today on this Tuesday afternoon, morning, night, whenever you're listening to it. I met this wonderful woman. Has it been too well? I guess like the actual year. Did we meet in 2022 or 2023? I can't remember.
2022.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I was like, trying to remember. And she has some phenomenal information to share with you guys, but I'm going to let her introduce herself. So take it away.
Thank you, Michelle, for having me. Good to see you. My name is Celeste Haight. I was born in North Carolina, but I live in London where I have lived here for over 20 years.
Where's your accent? Hold on. Where's your accent? No, go ahead.
You know what? No, my mama be fussing all the time. She like, you've been over there 20 years and you sound like you just left yesterday. So I keep saying at this point, I need to have elocution lessons because it's just embarrassing. Every time anybody talks to me, they say, where's your accent? You haven't lost your accent. And I say back to them, you haven't either. And then they go, oh yeah, exactly. So I'm the founder of Her Process Works. We're a company that is helping American women entrepreneurs establish and set up their business legally in the UK and helping them to go global and to get situated and understand the nuances and the cultural differences of the British landscape.
I love that. And so when Celeste and we had spoke a couple of weeks ago, and she was catching up. She saw me do another live or a posting or something. And of course, this is my sister, and she is just so helpful. And so we were just talking, and she was telling me, like, look, Michelle, more women need to come over to the UK to expand their business. It's like, why aren't they doing it? And one of the reasons that we were discussing is finding a person who knows what they're doing, right? And then finding a person who they can trust. And so when we see someone, it's like, you look like me, you are a woman of color and you're a businesswoman, you've been over there for 20 years. I think you know what you're doing. I'm just saying.
I appreciate that. Let me tell you something. This is not, people think of the UK and they think it's the same. They say these people speak English. We both like soccer, whereas over here they call it football. We do the same kind of things. We're, the Americans are from the Britain, England, Wales, Scotland areas, but it's totally different. And over the 20 years, I have worked in education, in corporate banking, in consulting, and in all kinds of different industries. And there are nuances. There are different things here. And, I want to encourage women to take this step, right? Because I've noticed that the American industry, the American economy, although it's good, but it has peaks and troughs. And when you're investing, people say to diversify what you're doing. So why not come to the UK, establish your company here? The UK is a gateway to the rest of the world. Once you get over in Europe, you can go anywhere. You're just already here. And the UK is one of the most diverse places in the world, right? I work with people from every country, every nation, every culture, every religion. It is mind-boggling what you're exposed to and the opportunities that exist over here.
No, I absolutely love that. One of the things that you had mentioned was like, okay, so of course I'm not, of course, but I haven't been to the UK yet. Okay.
Yet?
That's changing this year already. It's already changed. It's already there. It's happening, right? That just living in the US, there, like you said, over there, there's so many nuances, there's different things. That's that happens here. So if we know that that happens within the states, we need to assume, okay, and properly assume that it is different over there. You know, first of all, you guys drive on the wrong side of the road. No, I'm just joking.
We call it the right side of the road.
You were like, wait a minute, right?
Wait, let me tell you, every time someone comes over here and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take you around, they're freaking out in the car with me because they're like, the car's on the wrong side of the road.
You were like, no, it is on the right side
Yeah,
of the road.
exactly.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
exactly.
So I mean, so even small things like that, well, some people don't call it small, some people do call it small, but even things like that should immediately tell you that things are different, you know, that things are set up. And so I know one of the things we were talking about, that you were talking about, that is different when it comes to regulations. So tell us a little bit about the regulations that you've seen between just within the UK and the US, or just the regulations within the UK to begin to start a business over there.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, it's just the standardization of the process for setting up your business in the UK. So if you're in the US, each state has a different way of getting your company registered, applying for, state, federal taxes. But in the UK, there's one standard way. So, you go to Companies House, register your company there, and you're able to operate in England, in Wales, in Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. I hope I haven't
Wow.
left out anything else. So you already established very simply being able to, set up your business in the UK and start operating. Secondly, is taxes. So the UK doesn't have like these, in the US, you have these levels of taxes. If you make this income, you get taxed at this much and this. So like it's a much, I don't know if I'm going to say simpler. It appears to be simpler. You can set up your taxes more simply, but you can be registered for taxes and ready to operate within just a short period of time. So it's nothing extensive like that. Then there are employment laws, which are different. So how you hire people and the different laws. So you have to be mindful of that. Things that you do in America are different than over here in the UK. And it's so funny because people always say to me, like in America, and I don't know if I'm going to say this, but in America, they always say, oh, yeah, you guys fire people all the time. I've seen more people fired in the UK than ever in my life. So there are different employment laws, what you need to do to hire people, make sure you're following the right health and safety regulations, all of the, normal kind of things. And then one of the
that is normal. I mean, what you're talking about, that is normal, because like if you're in a union state, like where they have unions, then you have to hire people a certain way. And then if you let them go, there's certain standards.
Yep.
So again, this is almost like, even if we look at it, and that's obviously too simple, but
right.
the point of looking at it as if it's just another state, this is their regulations, these are their rules. And to do business within this space or this area, you have to follow the rules.
You do have to follow the rules. And let's talk about it. You don't want to go to jail in another country. Or you don't want to be banned from going to another country because, you think you're going somewhere and they will cut you off at customs and be like, hey, we're looking for you. So no, we don't want to do that. So yeah, there are the standard things, but they're different, right? A lot of times when people come here, they say, why do they do it this way? Why do they do it that way? You're just like, this is not America. Like, it's just different. So it's a little bit of an adjustment, but these are all things that are easily navigating. You can easily navigate through all of these things. This won't be harder than any other person, any other thing that an entrepreneur has already done. You're just going to increase your capacity, right? You're just expanding it. This won't be any harder than anything else you've done. If you've done it one place, you can do it somewhere else. But I think the UK is a great place to come to and do it.
Ah, you sound like me when I'm telling folks about just different processes and stuff. And I'm like, it's easy to do. But I realize more and more they're like, okay, Michelle, because you find it easy to do,
Yeah.
you know, because this is your flow. You know what to do, you know what paperwork that's needed. You know, again, the nuances, you know, the culture. So tell us like what are like three things that most definitely we would need to begin to do business. And I know three is very small, but that helps
Yeah.
get our heads wrapped around it. What are like three things that we need to begin to expand our business in the UK?
You know what? The first thing I'm going to say is a global mindset, right?
Love it.
Because a lot of times you're just comfortable in your little niche, in your little environment, in your little market. But for you to be able to come to another country and set up, you have to be a resilient. You have to understand that things are not going to work like you thought it was. Your first sale or your first, shipment or whatever may not go like you want it to. So you need to be resilient, and have a global awareness that how people operate. And like I said earlier, there are people from every country here, every culture, every religion here. You could be working with all those people. So navigating how to operate and work with people like that is very important. The second thing is like your company registration. So to come over here and establish your business, you need a UK registered business address. Now, people are like, how am I going to get that? I don't live in the UK. Like, I might come over, quarterly or something like that, but I would have someone else kind of running my business. So then it's important that you have a UK registered business address. You need that to legally set up your company. But a way to get, I'm going to say around it, but a way to navigate that is for us to establish you with a UK business address. So we could find an address, an office location for you, a place where you can receive your mail, and you
Okay.
can have that as your official business office, your official business registered address. And then third and lastly, I just want to say like, you have to be like, I'm kind of going back to kind of being globally minded, but it's like you have to understand that everything is not going to be the same. So if you like, you think, okay, well, I'm going to set up my business. I'm going to have a registered UK address. I'm going to get my taxes set up. I'm going to have two or three employees just like I do it in America.
Mhm.
Then you're going to struggle. So you're going to have to be resilient to navigate different ways and think about things different, because you're going to need your market research to really help you navigate and find out if your products or services are needed over here. What kind of people are you looking for? The same kind of things that you do now, but just
Right.
in a different way. There are, people from India and people from China and people from, Poland and from Italy. And to understand the nuances of how to navigate that market is very important. So it can be challenging, but it is doable. You've done it already in your business, so you should be able to do it over here as well. And I'm encouraging you to take that leap.
I love that. So one of the things that you had mentioned again was, okay, now I need an address. So is it important because you're there, you can help with the expansion and things like that. So do you help with the forefront of things? So before I go over there to the UK, you're helping me get things in order, or is it best I go over there, we sit, we talk, we work through? It's like, what have you found to be the easiest transition?
Yeah, so both of those are options that are available. I would never encourage anyone to come and try and start their company without being here and understanding it, spending some time here, right? Because just getting around this city is crazy. The city of London is crazy. I'm seriously, I mean, this is kind of going off. But if you think, okay, this building is in front of you and you're here, you think, I'm going to walk straight and get to that. No, the road curves around and you'll be over here somewhere. I'm serious. Like me and my father have excellent sense of direction, but I kept telling him, don't walk off. Don't think because that building is over there, you're going to go up here, make a right or a left. It's not going to work. So just understanding how to get around, how, there are different neighborhoods of, nicer neighborhoods, less nicer neighborhoods, where the financial business are located in the UK, where or London, or where they are. Like all of those things are important to understand how, how to navigate. So I would encourage people to come and visit a few times, but I'd be happy to have conversations with people, and talk them through like a 30-minute consultation, just of understanding of, are they ready to come over here? Because this is not a place that you can just come in and figure it out or slough through it. You really need some structure. I would say have your business plan and your market research kind of already conceptually understanding what you want to do, and whether this is a good market for what your products and services are. But after that, I think you'll be ready to take things on. There is lots of the UK is really good in terms of like market research and information that they have.
that you can
There's
find.
yeah, that you can find all kinds of details and statistics and all the things that scare people away when it comes to numbers, but are very important. But all of that is available, and we could offer services to help people with their market research before they come over.
See, I love that because I was on a call earlier today,
Hmm.
and it was talking about like different industries that are needed, and it was dealing with the government. So it was dealing with one of the highest departments of the government, and they were looking at, of course, technology is huge, I would say, in any industry.
Hmm.
AI is just like any other tool. We hear like, okay, AI is taking people's jobs and things, but it's just like anything else. If you learn the tool and you learn how to use it to take whatever you do to the next level, it can
Hmm.
very much be a benefit. And I know
Hmm.
that, I understand that it could be a learning curve
Yeah.
and things like that. And one of the things, now I've done my research, right? So we talked about this. I've done my research. And yes, y'all, there are needs over there for minority certified businesses.
Yep.
Yes. So if you were wondering, Michelle, what's the tie-in? What's the
Yeah.
tie-in?
Yeah.
Other than she's just your sister, right?
Hmm.
They have, I when I researched it 2 years ago, when we had first met, and then again I had researched it recently. Again, it's still two minority certifications. So one
Hmm.
is cultural and diversity, and then the other one is women. And
Absolutely.
just like like you said, the UK there is so diverse that, again, that sometimes people get lost in the sauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with that, they have these certifications out there to help them. And yes, I researched it. I was like, I can do this. I can, there's a need for this.
Absolutely.
And it's not just in the UK. I looked up
Mhm.
in Canada, I looked in South Africa, or different parts of Africa, I should say, because I'm
Yeah.
not sure exactly there. But again, there's always need to help people who have great ideas,
Hmm.
right? To just get a leg up, just
Yep.
just just a leg up.
Absolutely. It's there are government contracts for businesses. The UK is looking for women and minority owned and operated businesses, all kinds of things. Healthcare is, a large sector. Technology is a large sector. Um, Pharmaceuticals, like there's no industry that does not need that the government doesn't need support from, right? So they're always looking for, you know these right types of companies. I personally don't do it, so I'm trying to get you, Michelle, to come over here and take on that aspect too. You go global in 2024 and help people establish it. But if you've already taken your business from one level and you're ready to go to another, then coming to the UK and getting government certification, government contracts, bidding for those contracts, that's the next level for you. And it's not any harder than what you've already achieved so far. So it's possible.
No, absolutely, absolutely. So people, I know there are people who are interested who are watching this. Wow, I just got some. I don't know how come my comments isn't popping up. I just saw it on my phone and popped
I
up.
know. I'm
So
looking
thank
at it
you.
too. I'm like, where are they?
I don't know what's going on,
I don't
Vondra.
know.
Thank you so much, Vondra.
Okay.
Let's see. She was like excellent advice, guidance, and feedback. Like I said, I'm sorry if anybody else has commented.
Yeah.
It is not popping up. It's not popping up. But if they do, they're like, okay, this was part of my strategy. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know who to talk to. I was
Mm-hmm.
nervous because again, we know that people are out here just taking people's money. You know, how do they? It's like, what is the next steps? How do they reach out to you? How do they say, I'm ready?
So, you know what? I'm really looking to work with, like I said, any person, entrepreneur who's from, American background. And the reason I niche for American background is because I know the nuances very well. If you come from another country, then yes, we can work with you. However, my ability to translate the nuances isn't as proficient as it is with America. But I'm looking to work with entrepreneurs from America who have already established their business, and where they have taken their business from one level to the next and ready to go global. So yeah, I think it's very important to think about and to research what kind of industry you're looking to get into. Any type of information about that. But if you want to get in touch with me, please go to herprocessworks.com and go to contact me. And there's a little short questionnaire just where I'm asking a little bit about your business before we talk, where I'm asking for like how many employees you have, what your revenue is like, and why would you like to kind of come to the UK, just so we can have that conversation. And I look forward to talking to anybody. I can offer services as well as for her process for the export strategy of coming. But even if you need information or assistance with like process improvements, it's taking too long for you to get your stuff done, or there are inefficiencies there and you want to improve those things, they're also there. And I also provide tour guide services. So I'm a company that offers different types of opportunities for people to get across the UK. And anytime you come to London, I always tell you, come because you can go to Paris in a day. It's 2 hours from London to Paris. You take the train over there and you can go in the morning, 6 a.m., be there by like 8, 9 o'clock. And then you can come back at like 6 or 7 and be home at 9. So, come to the UK. There are lots of opportunities for you, and you can, start traveling the world and seeing even more opportunities as you get yourself over here.
No, I absolutely love that, because when you said, wait a minute, you were like, and a tour guide, you know what can happen? I'm like, we do a little
I love tour guide. You know what?
But a bunch of ladies, a group, like
I've done it. I've done it.
Why not look at everything? I absolutely love that. So you can answer things on the business side and on the personal side. You were like, maybe, but no.
And I have resources in just about every industry. I know real estate agents, I know consultants or doctors, I know tax advisors, I know lawyers, I know just, all kinds of resources that are available. You don't have to come in blind, like, I don't know nothing. Yeah, no, I've been here 20 years. I have contacts in just about every kind of place that you can imagine.
You are so hilarious. So hilarious. Yeah, look, I'm gonna tell you what. No, I have my social media person. Most definitely, like when you have things happening, she most definitely can do it for you. Hey, she just came back from Africa. She is ready to be zooming all over the place. It is time, when I say it's time for us to go global, it's time for us to go global. But yeah, no, this has been great. Thank you so much for joining me your evening, because I know you had a long day and this is the evening, but I know that we need to have this conversation because it's time for us to take our stuff to the next level. So, all
Absolutely.
right,
Thanks
guys,
so
thank you
much.
so much. We will see you on Thursday. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.